Dear Toastmasters, I am Elysia, distinguished Toastmaster. I'm a member of Passion ESG Integration Toastmasters Club and One World Toastmasters Club. I want to help you do your pathways projects. Before I begin, I would like to suggest that you think about these two key questions. Number one, are you here to do a project, a speech project, or to learn public speaking skills? I suggest you think about these two questions because the outcomes will be different. When your mind is focusing on doing a project, you would likely ignore or not paying enough attention on meeting the objective. If you are here to learn public speaking skills, you will certainly want to make sure you meet the objective of every speech project, because it is by meeting every speech objectives you learn the skills. In every speech, we learn one key skill, and accumulatively, you will learn all the skills and be a good public speaker. Otherwise, you will be just running through one by one speech by one speech, and not truly learning the skills. How do you know? You can check it out. At the end of every speech, or every 3, 6 months, 1 year, you do a review. Be honest to yourself. Ask yourself if you have improved, if you have made good progress. Otherwise, why? You will realize that because you did not pay attention to these two questions. Understanding conflict resolution. This is a project in level 3. Level 3 is about increasing knowledge. When we want to learn a new skill, we learn it by increasing knowledge. That means your purpose for your speech is to pick up this skill, increase your knowledge. Your ultimate message should be what kind of knowledge that you have picked up and how to apply it. What is it good for moving forward? How can this add value to you for your personal life or for your professional life, even for Toastmasters life? A message is also very important. How you urge the audience to also learn it. To begin with, we need to ask to what? What is the purpose? You can see the purpose of this project is to develop or enhance your understanding of the steps and strategy to address conflicts. You will deliver a speech and talk about how you manage conflicts, develop a strong strategy, and demonstrate your best attributes. You need to complete the conflict resolution video activity in the project. In your 5 to 7 minute speech, you want to discuss about how you would manage these conflicts, how you can develop a stronger strategy, and what could be your best attributes in resolving this conflict situation. You may also share the impact of the video activity. The second one is, what is there to learn? What are the competencies that you need to gain? First, of course, you want to learn the skills. What are the skills? You want to know when you can intervene. You want to understand the causes of the conflict before you can intervene. You want to know how you can mitigate the conflict. I suggest that you must first listen attentively, find out the reason, the causes of the entire conflict, the story of the entire conflict. First of all, we need to understand what is conflict. A conflict is a disagreement or a disharmony. Anytime when there is an unfavorable situation, it is a conflict. Let me share with you my experience. Usually when there is a conflict, I will observe the degree of the negative emotion. Is it within control? Can these people still talk with sense? If the answer is no, and the negative emotion is very strong, I will just get them calm down, either pulling them apart or remind them to respect differences, agree to disagree. It is okay to think differently. It is okay to behave differently, and it is okay to talk differently. Do not intervene and talk when there is a strong emotion. This is the technique I have, quite effective, mitigating conflict. You cannot agree with either side. Otherwise, you can make the situation worse. Our focus must be on the positive. Bring the focus on the positive thing. Use the positive techniques. Emphasize on the ultimate outcome, the ultimate value. Is this conflict worth your time, your stress, the draining emotion? To sum up, I would say the techniques of the conflict, the solution for the conflict must be first mitigate the negative emotion, understand the causes, the entire story of the conflict. Don't agree with anyone. Get them to respect each other, agree to disagree, put their mind on the positivity. More importantly, you must also know whether you have what it takes to intervene. This is very important. So in your 5 to 7 minutes, talk about what you think, why do you want to do so? Talk about your observation, your analysis, the entire situation. Why you think you can intervene, why you think you cannot intervene, why you think you can mitigate, what is the technique, what have you learned in this process. I hope it helps. Remember, don't memorize your speech. Write it in a point form and then practice it, rehearse it. When you are eating, you can rehearse it in your mind. When you're showering, only 5 to 7 minutes. Yes, this is 5 to 7 minutes. Practice it within 5 to 7 minutes. As you know, if you don't practice enough, you will very likely to exceed 5 to 7 minutes and immediately people know that you did not practice enough. Or you might speak less than 5 minutes, then you will not be qualified. Remember, the biggest secret of public speaking is to practice, make perfect. All the best to you. If you have time, I encourage you to read through the entire manual. There are a lot more things to read. This video is to prepare you when you don't have time to read, or if you have read it, you don't really get the point and understand, then you can watch this video. It gives you a very direct guidance. Most importantly is enjoy your speech. Speak from your heart.